Under today's tax and spending policies, the federal government faces a severe fiscal imbalance, driven by the runaway growth of entitlement spending. Our plan addresses this imbalance in a way that limits the size of government and promotes long-run economic growth. Our plan reforms Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid to restrain the rise in federal spending. To promote saving and investment, our plan also replaces the income tax with a progressive consumption tax. Our plan repeals the 2010 health care law and institutes market-based reforms. Our plan limits federal health spending while increasing support for those who need the most help. Medicare will offer recipients subsidies and a choice of health insurance policies. Recipients with lower incomes and greater health risks will receive higher subsidies. Medicaid will be financed through block grants that give states greater flexibility. Today's open-ended tax break for employer-provided health coverage will be ended. In its place, a refundable tax credit will be offered to anyone buying private insurance, whether through an employer or on their own. Many individuals, particularly those with higher incomes, will have to shoulder more of their health care costs. However, we expect increased competition, reduced regulation, and more informed consumer decision-making to improve care and slow the rise in costs. Our plan improves Social Security for those who need it the most, increases personal saving by middle and high-income Americans, and provides incentives to work longer. We will change today's policy of paying higher benefits to workers with higher lifetime earnings. Instead, Social Security will pay a flat benefit to all workers, regardless of earnings. Unlike current law, this benefit will ensure that no recipient lives in poverty. Workers and employers will also automatically be enrolled in retirement savings accounts. Between the flat benefit and the savings account, total benefits will match or exceed those that Social Security currently promises, but cannot afford to pay. Our plan will also increase the early retirement age for Social Security gradually from 62 to 65. Those who cannot work longer will receive disability benefits and supplemental security income. Also, workers aged 62 and over will no longer have to pay Social Security taxes. For planning purposes, we assume that defense spending will settle down at 4% of GDP, growing in pace with the economy. Of course, nobody can predict exactly how much defense spending will be necessary in upcoming decades. Inevitably, defense spending will have to respond to national security developments as they occur. Our plan reduces many non-defense discretionary programs, with deep cutbacks in community and regional development, energy, and agriculture spending. Reductions in federal workers' pay and benefits will also cut costs. We assume that this spending category will settle down at 2.6% of GDP. Our plan also reduces mandatory spending, other than Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, by 0.3% of GDP through the elimination of farm subsidies, reductions in federal pensions, and other reforms. To promote economic growth, our plan eliminates the income tax's penalty on saving and investment. We replace the income tax with a Bradford X tax, which is a progressive tax on consumption. The X tax will have two parts. First, businesses will be taxed at a flat rate, around 35%, on their cash flow. Businesses will immediately deduct investment costs, rather than depreciating them over time, as they do today. Second, individuals will pay a progressive tax on their wages. While the highest paid workers will face the same tax rate as businesses, other workers will pay lower tax rates, and the poor will continue to receive tax credits. Unlike today, individuals will not be taxed on their income from saving. Our plan will replace numerous energy and environmental regulations, subsidies, and tax credits with a carbon tax, because this offers a more efficient and market-oriented approach to addressing environmental concerns. In summary, our plan at AEI narrows the fiscal imbalance, limits the size of government, and promotes long-run economic growth. Although these policies will require difficult choices, they will ensure a vibrant economy and fiscal stability, now and in the future.